John, what you are refusing to answer, the question that you're refusing to answer is whether or not the president still
No, I'm not
believes what
refusing.
he
I just said it
believes.
to Jonathan. I didn't refuse to answer that.
You have a Senate and House Intelligence Committee, both leaders from both parties on both of those panels saying that they don't see any evidence of any wiretapping. So how can the president go on and continue to say
Because that's not
these
because
things?
you're mischaracterizing what Chairman Nunez said. He said, quote, I think it's possible he's following up on this. So to suggest that is actually, and you're stating unequivocally that you somehow...
Literally, he said if you take the
Right,
president
and I think that
literally,
we've already
he
cleared
is
that
wrong.
up. And he said exactly that, but the president has already said clearly when he referred to wiretapping,
Right.
he was referring to surveillance. So that's...
But it sounds like, Sean, that
Okay.
you and the president are saying now, well, we don't mean wiretapping anymore
No,
because
we-
that's not true anymore. So now we're going to
no,
expand
that's
that
not
to other forms of surveillance. What's it going to be next?
No, Jim, I think that's cute, but at the end of the day, we've talked about this for 3 or 4 days. What the president had the quote wiretapping in quotes. He was referring to broad surveillance, and now you're basically going back. We talked about this several days ago. The bottom line is that the investigation by the House and the Senate has not been provided all of the information. And when it does, but where was the concern? Hold on, I just
reports, not evidence.
no.
not
What I
conversations
think the
with
president
FBI
addressed
director.
that last night and said there's more to come. These are merely pointing out that I think there's widespread reporting that throughout the 2016 election there was surveillance that was done on a variety of people that came up. No, how do you, Jim? I find it interesting that you somehow believe that you.
Of course, they're going to be looking at these various things.
Okay, I get it. Somehow, you seem to believe that you have all of this information. You've been read in on all of these things, which I find very interesting.
I have been read in by the FBI.
Well, so
director,
you're
but
coming
the
to
House
some
and Senate
serious
intelligence
conclusions
committees have
for a
been.
guy that has zero intelligence class.
Give me some credit.
I'll give you some
A little intelligence, maybe. But no,
clearance.
What I'm saying is that
I wasn't done. Clearance.
Those two panels.
Maybe both.
Well, come on. Those two panels have spoken with the FBI director, and
I
have been told
understand
there's
that.
no evidence of this.
Okay,
So
I think this question's been asked and answered, Jim.
This farce and just have the
Because
president say
it's
he was
interesting
wrong.
how you jump to all of these conclusions about what they have, what they don't have, and you seem to know all the answers. But at the end of the day, there was clearly a ton of reporting. Hold on, Jim. Let me answer. No, I think that there's been a vast amount of reporting, which I just detailed, about activity that was going on in the 2016 election. There's no question that there were surveillance techniques used throughout this. I think by a variety of outlets that have reported this activity concluded. So, and I think when you actually ask those two people whether or not, and as Chairman Nunes says yesterday, when you take it literally in wiretapping, the president's already been very clear that he didn't mean specifically wiretapping. He had it in quotes. So I think to fall back on that is a false premise. That's not what he said. He was very clear about that when he talked about it yesterday.